I was sitting in my Uber, exhausted, staring at a bank balance that didn't make sense for how much I was working. And that's when I realized the problem wasn't effort, it was the lack of taking action. So I did something pretty risky. I saw a mentor that could help me do that idea. I swiped my credit card on a 4-figure mentorship that I probably couldn't afford. And that decision started the journey that changed everything. But that moment didn't come out of nowhere. I've been grinding for months, waking up early, working late, recording content, going through YouTube University twice, trying to figure out this online business thing while trying to survive. And that's when I made a decision. Myron Golden says a decision isn't necessarily choosing something, but cutting off every other option so that you know you're committed to one thing. When I look at my own background, all the years of sales experience, customer service experience, really, even the conversations you have with your Uber clients, it told me one thing. At the end of the day, it's about helping people. And if you have a service-based business, you're probably in the same boat. So I said, no more halfway. I said, no more random content, no more escape routes. This is the way, and this is the time. And around this time, something clicked. Content creation isn't just a trend, it's the new economy. If you have a business, you're going to have content creation of some kind. So if I could figure out the system behind making money and making content consistently, marrying those two, not only could I help myself get to a place where I want to be, but I can help so many other businesses, so many other passionate people create a system to actually transform their ideas into something that brings benefit to the world. So I started a 30-day challenge pushed by a friend, armed with a phone and with the promise of not overthinking, of just doing it. And everything else will come along. The content was rough, the editing was basic, but we uploaded it anyway. Because to change your life, you need a big pair of balls. I mean, a big pair of balls. You need to go to the universe and tell it what you want and show it through action. Once you do that, it'll start matching it. And as I went through this process, it did exactly that. Supporters, collaborators, nothing groundbreaking, nothing that changed the world off from the first time, but just by posting and by sharing that energy, I found people who were caught up in the energy, and we started some momentum to get to my goal. If you haven't realized by now, it's less so about the money, but more about changing your identity. And that's what the challenge did for me, is committing to something and saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm going to be. This is how I'm going to show up in the world. And when I move like that, people start showing up, because you can't move out of fear or away from fear, right? I'm not going to post this, or I'm going to edit this 18 times because I'm scared. I'm not going to post this because I'm scared. Or after you post it, oh man, I'm scared, I should take it down. What's so-and-so going to say? It's about the energy. So every time you step on this camera, every time you get behind on this content stuff, you got to pour your heart into it every time you can. And that's one of the identity shifts and energy shifts that I felt from doing this 30-day challenge. And so as I was on day 7, day 8, day 9, I actually ended up researching, and I found somebody who did exactly what I wanted to do. Help people make actual money from their content, not just have us on here dancing, chasing likes, chasing views, and going for virality. That is okay, and that is definitely a way to do it, but there's definitely ways to grow. If you hit the right people and talk to the correct audience, you can build your business so much more and still have fun. I wanted this system. I found somebody who had a similar system, so I invested my last savings into mentorship, confident that I'll make it back 10 times. And so organically, I found a mentorship, and not only did I find it, but I also found it in a way that was energizing, that I was gonna go all the way through with it. As my confidence grew, and I knew I had to take everything I learned from mentors, from YouTube University, from Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Millionaire Mind, Atomic Habits, Thoughts of a Million, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I had to take all of that and turn it into a real system, a real way I could help people. I had all these knowledges. I went through all the podcasts. I did all the stuff. So when I stepped back, when I studied the courses, when I talked to my mentors, having clarity on the offer, having a solid offer, creating the content, and having a way to book calls is really the simplest A to B formula to start making money online. And that was it. Simple, powerful. And as I kept going through the challenge, something happened when I got my first clients. I found people that trusted me to guide them. And that gave me the confidence that not only am I trying to be a business consultant, help people build systems, help people learn the ins and outs of business, I am that guy.
Hey Iris, thank you for helping me secure a high ticket offer. Now I can really focus on giving the best service and confidently sell.
Working with the formula, understanding how it works, how the back end looks, and how this can be a repeatable process for so many people just locked it in for me that learning this method will change everything. So now I'm building it for myself, and I'll be building it with everyone watching here soon. Hopefully, this is the foundation for everything you need for your online business. I'll always be the student, but now I'll step into that mentor role. And now I'm bringing back everything I learned to you.
I'm on the day, 30 days to get my first client. I'm super excited for this. Right, I signed up with my first business mentorship. Like, this is the first step. They told me X, Y, and Z. Okay, so this is how I'm trying to, and just take people on the journey with you, build that momentum, and like build that distance. Okay, because this is when we become attractive, right? Like, we become attractive when people sense our forward momentum, our sense of increase, and then they sense that there's a separation from where we are or where we're traveling to where they are. That's when people become attracted to us and want to enter our world.
Not in the hype way, not through shortcuts, not through, again, chasing followers, chasing numbers and vanity numbers, but through a real formula that works, that gets you working with the type of people you want to work with that share similar passions. My mission is simple. I want to help creators, specifically service-based businesses, turn their ideas into income using offers and content and systems that really sell. This is the blueprint. If you're watching this, let's build together step by step, day by day, and system by system. Go ahead, drop a follow, drop a like, and sign up for a call below.